and I'm coming on live. This is my first time to use the YouTube live platform. I didn't even know I could do that yet. I only knew I could use my other platform, but apparently I've earned a threshold that I didn't know about, and now I'm able to do YouTube lives through the YouTube application. So I am getting ready for today's 10 a.m. group community bounce where we're all going to get together. There's about 9 or 10 of us who are getting together, and we're going to bounce like there's no tomorrow. So I look forward to starting that in about 50 minutes. In the meantime, I'm just refreshing myself on my book here, The New Miracles to Rebound Exercise. I actually reached out to Albert Carter, except he passed away this past year in 2023. I saw his obituary when I Google searched him to try to find him, but I'm gonna actually try to find his children and see if they want to talk to us about Albert and all the contributions that he made to introduce rebounding to all of us. So I decided to, I've been rebounding today is day 6. So what is 63 plus 6? That's 69. So tomorrow is day 70. And y'all know what the 10 mark means. I have to wear my progress dress when I bounce. Okay, so I got to get that progress dress ready for tomorrow's bounce because it's day 70 of my consistent rebounding. So what chapter did I want to refresh myself on? Look at that chapter. Can y'all read that? I'm going to read it for you. Chapter 10, how to measure your improvement. And I was like, I want to keep knowing how to measure my improvement. So I'm coming on because I want to bring attention to the fact that we're about to do a group bounce. And so I'm coming on live. Hi, Elaine. I'm coming on live to just bring attention that at 10 o'clock in about 55 minutes, we're going to be doing a group bounce. So I'm going to stay on here for a little bit to try to help bring awareness. And again, I've never used the YouTube app to go live. So I want to see if there's anything in here that I can share with y'all that y'all might actually enjoy hearing. So he basically says in this first paragraph that he's constantly being asked to compare the effects of rebounding exercise to things such as walking or jogging. And that means that he's got to do a lot of research to get that information. So they wanted to measure the amount of calorie burn. He said that's sort of like measuring an automobile by the quantity and quality of exhaust coming from the tailpipe. Although this will give you an accurate measurement of fuel consumption, he's doing an analogy with rebounding. It will not tell you the quality of the internal environment of the automobile or the body. See, this is so important, guys. And I keep talking about this on my jumps about how he talks about in the book, you have to know of all of the changes that are happening underneath the surface. So your bone density, hi Ginger, your bone density is, building. So Ginger, if you're just catching up with me, I'm talking about the new miracles of rebounder exercise. And I just jumped to this chapter where we can talk about how to measure your improvement. Okay. So Elaine says, I bought my first rebounder and this is day 4, 10 minutes bouncing. Aw, thank you for making it fun and for being honest and vulnerable. Y'all pierce my heart when you're so kind. I'm sorry for being a blubber butt. Okay, let me get my composure and talk about the book again. Okay, let's change subjects. Back to the book, okay? Thank you, Elaine. And Ginger is always so sweet too. The best method of exercise evaluation is simple. Listen to your body. I always say that, guys. I always say, listen to your body when you're bouncing. You know, you need to hear what your body's saying. If you need to back up and relax, you can. When you know how, it will tell you when you have had enough and when you need more. Yes. Okay. So I already read this book like last month. I wanted to refresh myself on this chapter where it talks about improvements because I want to continue to inspire y'all as you're like I'm on day 69. So as you continue to just pump it out, learn, be consistent, focus on what your real goals are, which is consistency, because I believe that hi Addie, it's this book, The New Miracles to Rebound Exercise. We're just talking about the importance of the little trampoline and all the health benefits. Oh, Ginger, you're reading the book now. Okay. So I wanted to refresh myself on the rules of, the benefits that you're getting and things to consider when you're waiting and waiting and waiting for all these results to produce. So I'm just going to, again, I have a little time because I'm waiting for our group bounce. And so I'm going to go ahead and stay on and read some stuff here to help inform people of the value that they're getting, because it's not always visible like this. We have this mindset that thinks if the scale's not changing, then you're not getting benefit. And that's basically in this chapter, they say that's not true, because you're building muscle and you're building bone density, and these things are heavier than fat is. And so as you build this strong structure, you need to be aware of what you're doing so you're not getting dismayed or depressed because you don't have some major results. Because I just feel like my body feels so sturdy and so strong even after 69 days. And I have so much to do, I can't wait to be on day 120 and see what happens. So I keep thinking of that number because my first number was, I can't wait to get to day 60. And then after I hit day 60, I was like, I can't wait to get it to 120, like 60 more, So I'm going to read this page, and then this is just a graph. Okay, so I'm going to try to read this fast. So here are 3 rules of thumb you can use as you exercise by rebounding. 1, because of the many and various benefits you will get out of rebounding, we have found that 5 times a day is better than 3, okay? And 3 is better than 1, okay? So this is the reason that I do the booster bounce. We do the 10 minutes in the morning, and then we do the booster bounce in the afternoon. And there are people on this group in our community who do 3 and 4 sessions. But what he's going to say is you can just do small sessions, and that's better than doing one big 30 minutes all at one time, okay? So please be careful of any exercise program and method where the experts tell you to exercise 3 times a week. The reasoning behind that 48-hour layoff is because that exercise method is too hard on the body, and the body needs time to heal. Rebounding is not traumatic, which my big body shows y'all that we're not being traumatic on the rebounder. I'm just doing this light lymphatic bouncing, okay? Rebounding is not traumatic. You can exercise many times each day without ill effects, ill meaning without bad effects. Number 2, if you're interested in developing, listen to these benefits: endurance, rebound until you are huffing and puffing. And y'all see me huffing and puffing over there, especially when I do my 20-second hit training, okay? Then continue as long as it is comfortable. Keep in mind there is nothing magic about 20 minutes, 12 minutes, or any other length of time. If you are breathing hard, you are improving your endurance. Just something I heard from, I think it was Barbara O'Neill. I heard her say that as you age, you lose lung capacity, And rebounding is really good for just that soft bounce for strengthening your lungs because you're, breathing gently but also rhythmically. And so I think it's really good to help the lungs as well. Never go through a pain threshold. This is number 3. You have an internal doctor. Your body is your internal doctor telling you when you have had enough. The idea that you have to be in pain and must strain to gain and train is for the ignorant coaches who haven't heard of a better way. So, when I'm doing these little bounce things, people are probably looking at my videos and saying, she's not doing crap. Look at that. She's not working hard. Well, it's not activating my fight or flight system, and I'm just methodically, rhythmically, consistently making movement in my body, and that's why it's beneficial. As soon as you understand and use these simple rules, nobody will have to tell you how much exercise you need again. It is about this time that I received the question from somebody: shouldn't you see a doctor if you were over 45 before you start rebounding? I'm going to say, because I'm on a public platform, you always want to see your doctor. I'm just reading his book, okay? So you always want to ask your doctor. The answer to that is simply, if it will make you feel better. In other words, he's saying, go talk to your doctor. The answer, in other words, if you have any reason to believe that exercising could be life-threatening to you, by all means, see your doctor. I actually want to add a caveat: go see your doctor anyway. Tell him what you're doing. Hand him the book. Let him learn about rebounding and all the benefits. But don't procrastinate beginning rebounding because you haven't had your physical exam. I've prepared some exercise programs to help you design one for you. These programs are here just to give you an idea of what others are doing if you do not find one that fits you. Okay, so the next thing, he's just got this graph of depending on your muscle development, general endurance, flexibility, balance, safety, convenience, frequency points, and total points. Oh, and he's comparing activity evaluations to other things like jumping rope, running, skiing, swimming, butterfly, basketball, bicycling, weightlifting, football, karate, mountain climbing, rebound jogging, bicycling, calisthenics, dancing, table tennis, walking outside, and rebound health. And it's basically kind of showing it gets a 10 for muscle development. That's why those girls who are I Jump Instead girls are bodybuilders. So, anyway, we're doing a group bounce. Just reminding everyone I'm on here because I want to remind everyone we're doing a group bounce in about, what time? Alexa, what time is it?
It's 9:20 a.m.
In about 40 minutes, we're going to go live. So if you need to go get dressed and get ready, come back for your group bounce. Learn to listen to my body. Yes. Hi, Monica. Good morning. I like doing 2 times a day, 10 to 15. Yes, that's awesome. That's a great cycle. Okay, so how to measure your improvement, page 133. Suggested rebound exercise program. Rebounding is now being used by men and women and boys and girls from all walks of life for numerous reasons. Some people want to gain weight, others want to lose weight, executives want to control stress, while the youth want to develop a better sense of balance, building muscle, bulk, and strength. Some of the women are preparing for a blessed event, while some have been too blessed. Whatever your reason, with a little bit of imagination, you will never have a reason for saying that rebounding is boring, unless, of course, you are just bored with your life. That's funny. So they have this thing here: strength bounces, aerobic bounces, and health bounces. So let's see, what is he talking about? Adults. He's talking about intensity force loading. Oh, A health bounce, it gets you 1G, is what he's saying here. And then he's giving a graph of a health bounce to objective to improve coordination, body awareness, skin. Y'all, I'm so excited. I feel like it's tightening. I'm building muscle and tightening skin. I really feel like it's tightening my 55-year-old skin and body tone. So if you're an adult and you're a beginner, I'm reading this little graph right here, okay? If you're an adult and you're beginning, a health bounce can, and with an objective, to improve coordination, yes, body awareness, yes, skin and body tone, yes, 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 weight, control muscle strength, yes, I'm signing up for that. Visual talents, I don't know if that means maybe getting better at rebounding. And then endurance. You get all of these benefits as a beginner. Y'all, I'm reading this book, The New Miracles of Rebound Exercise. Then he goes into different levels of this. Okay, so he says, executives, the objective is balance and coordination, stomach muscles and back strength, mental alertness, stress control, weight control, memory improvement, and for some, an improved golf score. Time efficiency is a major concern for executives when they exercise. Most exercise programs require at least 2 hours from the time the individual changes clothes, drives to the facility, warms up, exercises, showers, changes clothes, and drives home. Time is money. Our objective is to show the executive, basically he's saying the busy person, that he or she can eliminate coffee breaks and replace them with rebound breaks. Rebounding is a positive requirement for good health. You can get a full exercise program every day without using up any of the company's precious time. If possible, have the rebound unit in the office next to your desk or the meeting room. By the way, he's talking about the Pro Bounder 2000. That's his old rebounder. Can be the boardroom during the long meetings when you want to fall asleep. All you have to do is get up and rebound and you'll be alert again and not miss any of your meeting. It beats nodding off in the chair. Okay, I'm reading for those of you who are just coming on. Good morning, Sonia. I am just killing time before our group bounce, so I just thought I would share this book because it's $32 and not everybody wants to pay $32 for a rebounding book. So, senior citizens. All right, here's a good senior citizen thing. The objective for the senior citizen is balance and coordination, muscle and bone strength, endurance and health. Put the rebounder next to the wall for support. So senior citizens need to hold on. Keep their balance. Exercise should consist mainly of the health bounces. That's me. I guess I just turned 55 this year, so my health bounce is right on target for my senior citizen status. Okay, let's get back to the book. Where was I? Exercise consists mainly of the health bounces. Done. Aerobic bounces, which we'll talk about what that is, and very light, mild strength bounces. Therapeutic rebounding identifies the weakest part of the body. Woo! That's awesome. And exercises only that part. What? How does it do that? Do y'all read books the way I do, where you're just like asking questions along the way and you hope that the book actually answers your questions? Okay, it must help with getting rid of cellulite. Yes, it does. I feel like it does. They talk about that in the book, Monica. It does help with cellulite. Okay, so let's go hear this again because this was really good to think about, y'all. I want this to sink in, okay? Exercise should consist mainly of the health bounces, the aerobic bounce, and very mild strength bounce. Therapeutic rebounding identifies the weakest part of the body and exercises only that part, constantly strengthening it while stimulating the rest of the body. As soon as these weak spots are properly strengthened, you can exercise the rest of the body by simply becoming more vigorous. Reminder, it is not necessary to ever go through a pain threshold when you're rebounding. And then he's got like a little graph here for senior citizens. Do the health bounce, do the aerobic bounce, and he's got like you get 1G with the health bounce. Aerobic bouncing, which is probably when I start doing my marching, that gets you a 1 to 5G, and he's talking about gravity force. And then a strength bounce is 2 to 3 gravity force, okay? What do y'all ask? Yes, Monica, I can attest. Oh, okay, Sonia got rid of some cellulite. All right. Hey, y'all, look. Y'all see this little dimple? I never saw this dimple until I started rebounding, so I'm getting dimples, and I'm excited about seeing them. Okay, pregnancy. Okay, I'm going to skip that because my demographic on this channel is primarily 45 to 85. I don't think any of us are getting pregnant. However, exercise should be limited to mild health. Okay, so they're just saying, like, with the pregnancy, you just want to do like a mild health bounce. They're talking about after you have childbirth, when you're in your youth. Okay, y'all can Google this. Okay, that was a short chapter. I'm going to read the summary, okay? It says, you will notice that we merely mention the vision improvement techniques of rebound exercise. I talked about that too, that they talked about how because this works really help with circulation and your blood vessels, the back of your eye has little tiny little blood vessels that go and feed the eye. And it helps with that blood flow to the eye, and that's why it helps with vision. So let's see what it says here. We merely mention the vision improvement techniques of rebound exercise, rebound education, therapeutic rebounding, and rebound exercising, and the athlete. And although we have included enough information to help you get started in your own personal exercise program at home or in your office, please do not think we have covered all that we could have said about the health benefits of rebound exercise. We have only just begun. I have left out much simply because to do each subject justice, each deserves a book on its own. Keep in touch. We'll let you know when they are available. Some are in rough manuscript form now, waiting to be polished. That's my alarm. Alexa, stop. I put an alarm on for, I think it was 9:30. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 9:30 a.m.
Yeah, that was a 9:30 alarm. Because for the ladies who are actually going to be on the show today, I'm getting on in 15 minutes at the on the other link. This is not the link. This is like a YouTube live right now. So I'll be shutting this down in like 5 minutes and then getting myself together, putting my camera and my lights on and my rebounder down, and then I'll hop on the link and I'll find everyone who got invited to the group live studio in studio with me today in 4 time zones. We'll all get in there and we'll get introduced and situated, and then we're going to go live with everyone bouncing at 10 a.m. CST. So I'm going to take this chapter and either I'll do it after the rebound live. I'm trying to get the word out about my channel. So I'm doing a lot of videos and lives and things right now because I want everyone to understand that we're creating a community around movement. I happen to be choosing rebounding as my daily movement. Why? Because it is said that 10 minutes of rebounding is equal to me going for a 40-minute walk, and I'm not going to go on a 40-minute walk every day. I know that because I haven't been doing it for the last 30 years. So instead of trying to just say, oh, I'm not going to go for a walk, I want to do something, and I want to do something consistently. That's when I started my experiment 67 days ago, where I said, hey guys, what happens if you just incorporate 10 minutes a day of light health bounce on a rebounder? What can happen to your body? And that's what I've been showcasing on my videos on daily lives. it turns out I'm having a blast. So I keep doing it. So it's good for me. It's good for the community. It's good for YouTube to have more inspiration. And it gets me excited to get out of bed and come join y'all for a morning visit. And so it's a win-win situation. And I'm happy that I figured this out for myself, because before that, I wasn't exercising every day and I wasn't shrinking. So now my skin's getting tighter. I said yesterday that I think I got a free BBL, which is a Brazilian butt lift, and people pay for those to get the Kim Kardashian butt. I'm getting a Kim Kardashian butt from rebounding. So if you want to strengthen your butt muscles and you want a bigger, juicier butt, I don't know what to call it, a more squishy, hard, I don't know, tight, pulled up butt, then rebound every day. And you don't even have to do that much, because I'm only doing 10 minutes. So 10 to 15 minutes, I do 5-minute boosters. So later on, after the rebounding, if I have a little moment, I'm going to read this chapter to us, okay? The healthy cell concept. This was my favorite chapter in this whole book. And I was initially going to like auction this book away to my community. And then I decided I love that chapter so much, I'm going to keep the book. Plus, with this whole conversation I'm doing on bouncing, I think it's good for me to be able to refer to different types of bouncing over time. So here, I'm going to read this, okay? And then I'm going to get off, and then I'm going to get my studio ready, and we'll see you in like 10 to 15 minutes. But let me read this right here, okay? Because I think this is important. Look, this is like the picture he chose of all the photos he could have chose for the front of his book. He chose this one where he's sitting on a rebounder, and this is not something you would normally think about. But let's talk about why he's doing this, okay? A lot of people can't jump on a rebounder, you know, and the other thing is just remember, like if the weight capacity is 300 and you're 300, when you do the down bounce, you're like 100 pounds more in pressure on the springs. And so you have to be careful when you pick your, you know, your rebounder, and just be careful when you're rebounding. Like, I don't want to break springs. And if y'all want to see me break a spring live on the internet, I broke a spring on on December 24th, Christmas Eve. Go back to the video called the 5-minute booster for Christmas Eve, December 24th. And I was bouncing at like 2 minutes in to my live, my spring popped. And I was like, oh crap. Although I didn't say that word, I said something else. So that was a shocker, and thank God my rebounder is a quality one. It hung in there. I moved a little bit over to the side and allowed myself to continue bouncing so I could finish my 5 minutes, okay? So let me see if I can get through this real quick, all right? So if you have been trying these exercises a while, I've been describing them to you, you probably need a rest. Go ahead. Sit down on the rebounder, lean back, and put your hands behind you on the frame. So he's talking about like that. This is an excellent position to watch television. I'm serious. When a commercial or a boring sequence happens, don't waste time. Rebound. He's talking about like just doing this on the bouncing. Like, I'm actually squeezing my butt muscles right now. Hi, Sierra. Just to make yourself bounce like that, you have to kind of use your muscles to move your body. When a commercial comes on or something, you know, when an exciting chase scene occurs, participate by rebounding. You'll be surprised how much exercise you get if you only rebound during the commercial breaks or a movie. That's funny. Commercial breaks on a movie usually, like nowadays on demand, we don't have commercial breaks on movies, really, like if you're paying for the service. But that's funny because when you watch network TV, that used to be the case. Because rebounding is a cellular exercise, it isn't really necessary to present yourself in the accepted exercise positions. Cowboys, Indians, and the cavalry go plenty of rebound exercise while sitting astride a steed. He's talking about when you're riding a horse and you're going like this, that's like beneficial. It's like rebounding. There are those, however, who do not have a choice. For some reason, they are not able to stand. That doesn't have to prevent them from participating in aerobic strength and health exercises. Amputees and he's calling them wheelchair pilots, alike can enjoy the quality of exercise these desperately need by rebounding in a sitting position. So, okay, I'm going to read through this chapter real quick and then get off. So, and don't sell the sitting position short. Some of the greatest athletes use the sitting position to strengthen their abdomen and their trunk muscles. Try sitting in the middle of your unit. Lean back, lift your legs so that you are sitting in a V position, and then establish your bounce by rhythmically moving your arms forward and up. Like this. Like this. You're supposed to, he has his arms out like a V, and that's how you bounce yourself on the trampoline. The equal and opposite reaction will force your body into the mat. By reversing the movement of your arms at just the right time, you will be able to develop a bounce. Don't be discouraged if you are not able to do this one at first. This is one of the harder, more demanding rebound movements. I can only think of one harder, that is doing the V bounce. That one is done by adding the bicycle movement of the legs while bouncing the V position. All of the above are single movements which can be performed over and over again without much thought or the need for concentration. But they can also be interwoven into a routine with or without music, a smooth transition from one movement to another or still another, and look, Ma, I'm dancing. A well-choreographed rebound dance routine becomes a work of art. What was just a form of exercise then transcends its original purpose. Instead of merely working the body, an aesthetic flow of movement fascinating to watch and to perform is achieved. And isn't that the normal evolution of all man's achievements? Gymnasts and bodybuilders started out in the dark and smelly basements of old buildings. Now they are performed in sophisticated homes of connoisseurs of body movement. Buildings were originally built as simple shelters. Now they are meant to say something about the builder, the owner, and the city, and the rest of the surrounding environment. As others discover rebounding, it too will evolve. Already there have been attempts to rebound competitions in Texas and Florida, and they won't be the last. This book was written like in the 80s. So I hope if you feel like buying this book, I encourage you to. Later on, I'll find the link and put a link in this video after everything's all said and done. This is to not take anything away from Albert Carter and his family, but to encourage people to possibly buy the book if they feel inspired and rebound. I'm sure Albert would appreciate me talking about his book, that he wanted to inspire millions of people to get out there and rebound. And so many people are not focused on the value of this great exercise, and he knew it and he lived it. And y'all, I want to tell you, if you Google his name, Albert, his middle name is Earl E. Carter, America's #1 rebounding expert. Y'all Google his name and read his obituary. It's so funny because they talk about in the obituary how he was hard to keep in his wheelchair in the old folks home because he was like a fall risk. And so the nurses had a hard time keeping him. So he was so energetic and lively in his wheelchair that they were always running around trying to keep him from, falling out of his wheelchair. So he lived his life, bouncing, and he bounced even in his assisted living or old folks home or whatever, in his last years of being in elderly care. So, okay, guys, it's time for me y'all, this was my first time to do a YouTube app live. I usually use the platform StreamYard to do my live, said that I didn't even know I could use the YouTube version because you have to have a certain threshold in the beginning, and apparently I've met the threshold, and now YouTube's letting me do this. So I'm super excited about being on the YouTube platform because I know they value their technology, and so maybe they'll share my page more when I get on lives on YouTube. So I'm gonna go close this down, go get some water in me, get my studio ready. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 9:42 a.m.
Ooh, I'm supposed to be on my link in 3 minutes. Okay, bye. See you later, guys. I don't even know how to shut this down. Let me see. How do I turn this off? Mute microphone. Oh my goodness, I gotta figure out how to close this. Boop, 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 boop. Where's the off button? Hello, off button. Okay, I'm just gonna hit the X. I don't know. I gotta learn this. See y'all in a minute. Bye. See ya. Group bounce at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on the Avanti Wellness channel. Bye.